Hi there, my name is James Garden and I am currently working with the Engagement Hub at Suffolk County Council as an apprentice children and young people's mental health coordinator. I come from a place of lived experience. I've suffered with anxiety and depression probably since the age of 14, and the whole reason I wanted to get involved in youth work is because back when I was suffering at that age, I didn't have much support. I had a counsellor who on the first session told me that it was her last day and she was really looking forward to finishing. I had a doctor who told me that I should just accept that this is how I am, and because of that I carried a lot of this into my adult life, which got worse and worse over the years. In 2017 I had a very big mental health breakdown where I was scared to leave the house. I dreaded going to work. I would go to work, but then I dread coming home, and then as soon as I got home, go straight up to my room and just shut myself away, and I didn't have any way that I could communicate how I was feeling. And then I picked up my iPad and just started doodling one day, and I found like hours passed, and it was like meditation for me. And that's where I came up with a lot of mental health based artwork, you know, sort of imagery of giant monsters dangling someone up above the city, you know, showing things like to try to express that I didn't really have control over how I was feeling, and that any moment that monster could come along, pick me up and just, yeah, throw me away. So having the artwork to express that really helped me make connections with other people. And you know, when I first started posting it online, I was pretty scared to do so because the internet can be a pretty negative place. But I was surprised at how many people saw those first pictures and then private messaged me to say, hey, this is how I feel as well. And lots of people that I've known for years, that none of us had any idea that we were feeling so low, and it just created an opportunity to talk about how we were feeling. And you know, through talking more and more about it, it almost took its power away from us. And you know, there's a lot. It wasn't just a quick fix overnight. It's been 5-6 years of working on it, and you know, even now I still have low days. I still get anxiety, but I've got ways of coping with it now, and a lot of that came from talking to others who suffer with it and finding out what helps them. And at the start, a lot of the artwork was really dark, like mostly black and white images. But as time went on, more and more colour started to add to it. And you know, through that recovery, one of my favourite little characters, Jot the friendly robot, came about. Jot's been with us for about 4 years now, and he does, through my Mind Doodles artwork page, he does mean quite a lot to a lot of people. He's always with me, if you can see that. I had a little tattoo of him done just to remind me of my journey. So with Jot, for a long time, people were telling me that he needs his own book, and I knew that he did, but I just couldn't find the right story for him. I knew it had to be something related to mental health and well-being, because that's where he came from. I had a lot of people suggest different ideas for story for him, and none of them were quite right. And then I started work with the Engagement Hub at Suffolk County Council, and there was a book by The Source, or a leaflet, which had 30 challenges. It's called the 30-Day What's Up Challenge, and it was made with a different challenge each day that would, you know, help. So I use digital illustrations. So it was lots of months worth of work adapting or drawing the pictures, but then adapting the information that would be available. But after 6 months, we finally got the books printed, and they're all ready to go out to primary schools. So in these booklets, we've got lots of little challenges as well as little activity sheets that children can fill in. So this will be write 3 things that you would like to do or achieve, and that is linked into this picture here, with Jot, the friendly robot, thinking about the things that he would like to do. As well as that, one of my favourite ones, which does relate to myself, get creative. Now with this we do have information and little doodle sheets as well, and these booklets can be taken home by children in primary school, and we can also work with them through the booklets, as well as going through the flashcards. Now what we've found with some of the young people that we've shown these to, they do tend to go through and they find one that is their favourite or that they relate to. I had one lad that picked up on this one out of the whole lot, and he said, yeah, that's what he likes to do as a way of relaxing and feeling better if he's feeling sad or worried. So the booklets come in an A5 size. As you see here, we've got each challenge with a series of information and what could I do. So something to get young people, children and young people, to think about the different things they could do to help their well-being, or to work with their friends to help with their well-being. As we go through the booklet, we've got a number of different things. So quite a lot of them, or quite a few of them, are around being active or thinking about the future of what they want to achieve. And some of the things that we've heard from people that they like to do to help with their well-being if they're feeling low, sad or worried. I'm very proud of this book, and my little Jot, because he really does mean a lot to me, this little guy. And I love the reaction you get from people when they see him. Everyone seems to fall in love with him, even though he's generally got the same expression on his face. He's very emotive. It's different challenges, and what I've liked so far with presenting this to children and young people is quite often they find their favourite picture. There was this was the one, the young lad saw this and instantly said, that's what I like to do. I love to do this because it does make me feel better. And as we go through, we've got a number of different challenges and activities. And on the back, we've got the link to the Suffolk County Council website Jot page, as well as a number of animated videos here. So far we've got animated teasers, but I'm currently hard at work on making some shorter animations that have each of these challenges in them. So as well as the booklets, we also have the flashcards. Now these are A4 glossy prints, and on the back of each one is, again, the information and the what can I do section. And the aim is to work with children and young people to go through these, perhaps pick their favourite one, and just encourage conversations about well-being and what makes them happy, or picks them up when they're feeling low. Now what I like about this is that initially we've got 15 challenges, but as we talk to more children and young people, we're bound to hear some more things that help them, which then can be added to these flashcards in the future. I can't stress how much of a positive impact that this little guy has had on my life, and also being able to reach out to other people. You know, he's pretty adorable, and all his friends were pretty much made especially for this booklet as well, which was a challenge in itself. But I love that the children and young people we've spoken to so far really do relate to it, and you know, they come up and they notice all the little details in the pictures, and there's a lot of hidden Easter eggs in there for them to find as well, hopefully so that they keep coming back to it to find out more bits and pieces and to go through the information. So we've had a lot of positive responses, and one of them is that Jot seems to inspire a lot of young people with their creativity. We've had a few models made of him, lots of drawings of people's own robots, and we haven't even started the workshops yet, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what the children and young people come up with in the future. Sign off from this video, I think we should probably hear from Jot himself, so thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon.